All right, we'll try that again for anyone who may or may not be watching. Yeah. Thank you, Commander K, if you're here. Yeah, when I first logged in, I realized the microphone was unplugged. So I plugged it in, but I don't think it registered. It was pulling from the microphone that's built into the camera, which sounds like shit. So now I hope it's working, but I don't know. I rely on you people, the audience. And I went back over and I added a little more water and I stirred it a bit. So I'll give that maybe at least 10 to 15 minutes before it really boils, and I can strain it and add some butter and add some olive oil. And that'll be a nice meal for like later on. It'll keep in the fridge, you know. Yes, so there we go. All right. Where was I? Yeah, I wanted to share something with you folks. Whoever's here, let me pull it up here. Guys, I'm feeling better now. I felt like total shit. I went to bed last night. Yes, I had some beer, took a couple pills. Probably doesn't help. I was very dehydrated, but even my brother acted strangely. I haven't touched base with him yet, so I don't know if he also got some kind of food poisoning, probably from the bread, bad bread, or not. I don't know. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, now I'm feeling a little better. I felt like total shit. I mean, I couldn't get out of bed. I wanted to go back. Like I said, I bought a Sebring. I was really thinking about it because I really like that one car, that Acura. If they're going to give it to me for 1.5, I might do it. But I just couldn't go there today. I was too fucking out of it. But I did buy my, what was I going to say? I bought my rotini and my Hanover mixed veg and my olive oil and shit. I bought that using my food stamps. And I got a call from the food stamp lady, the SNAP EBT lady. And she goes, okay, so what's going on with you? And I said, well, it's like on the phone interview. I said, well, my unemployment runs out this week and I don't have a job yet. I'm looking for a job. I'm not officially hired. She goes, well, if you get hired, you got to tell us. Now, in theory, remember, when it comes to unemployment, unemployment counts as income. So in the state of New Jersey, an individual can get anywhere from $95 to let's call it $295. It might actually be $292, whatever it is. I get 107, so I'm getting $12 above. So with my unemployment, which counts as income, I'm getting 107. So I asked her, I said, well, if I go back to work and I'm making a decent amount of money, she goes, you'll be kicked off. I said, what if I don't go back to work and now I have no money because my unemployment ran out? She goes, well, we'll have to reevaluate, but that won't happen until June. She goes, every month you get a new food stamp allotment. So I just got mine for the month of April. And she said, no matter what happens or doesn't happen, whether you get a job or you don't get a job, your unemployment ran out, doesn't matter. You're good till, up through and including the month of May. So I got my 107 like April 1st, April 2nd. I'm going to get one more 107 regardless of whether, and even though I don't have income, doesn't matter. That's my rate until it gets recalculated in June. So I have one more EBT transfer coming in. So I might as well use government monies to buy, some shit. But anyway, you can buy candy and soda, but I think what's his name? RFK Jr. wants to change that. So I might as well buy some sodas with my, Anyway, where were we? Oh, yeah, I wanted to share something. So I got a message from someone on Discord, someone who I'm friends with, but almost never, ever, ever contacts me. So I'm gonna pull this up for those who may or may not be watching. Hold on a minute. I have to change that. Good. Can you hear me? Okay, Commander K, if you're out there, is it now going to the correct microphone, or does it still sound like shit? Because I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not gonna log out again. This wasn't plugged in. I plugged in afterwards, but it was already set to the built-in mic on the camera, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but oh well. So I got 107 for April. And no, just because I no longer have unemployment, they don't recalculate for May. So May is going to be, once again, in the month of May, I'll get 107, which I've been getting ever since I got fired. Yeah, as soon as I got fired, I applied for food stamps. And I told them I'm on unemployment. And I think I've been collecting food stamps since I want to say October, November. And every month I get 107, which isn't much. Better than the 95 minimum. But, And I asked her, I said, listen, what if I were to get SSI or SSDI? Does that not count? And this bitch was like, no, that's still considered income in New Jersey, so it would affect it. But I'm like, because some people I know on SSI and SSDI, they seem to get like close to $200 in food stamps, SNAP, EBT, and I'm getting like what 107, which is only what $12 above the bare basic 95 per month. Oh well. Go back to work. Probably won't even qualify for the 95. I'll be too over. But oh well. So anyway, let me share this. So the microphone. Thank you, Totem. The microphone is working. Awesome. I should go check on the pasta. I'll wait till 5 more minutes. I don't want it to bubble over, but I want to make sure it's done because I hate to go and it's still kind of not fully mushy, not fully cooked. I don't want to be overly mushy. You don't want the friggin' because I got the lid on. I don't want the water to overboil. But anyway, let's face. So sorry about that last stream. I hate breaking up streams like that. But oh well, things happen. So where was I? Oh yeah, I was going to share screen. Okay, so this is my personal Discord here. I don't know if you can see it. And I got a message over here. Let me see here if I can find it. Here we go. This is a message from someone named Donna8412. Last time I had any contact with her was in March. She's getting back. She wrote here, read here. Well, OC, you'll be happy to know that our man James is flying back to the old US of A right now. And she's crying. I love him beyond measure, but I'm sharing him with you for now and hope you appreciate my kind gesture. And then she wrote, thank me, you fuck. For a minute, I thought she said, thank me by fucking me. I was like, okay, that sounds appropriate. That's fair. I thought it said thank me by fucking me or something to that effect, like thank me with a fuck or something like that. I think she's trying to say, thank me, comma, you fuck, exclamation point. But yes, so yeah, that's what I wanted to share. DUM is apparently... Tara's another odd one. She left a comment. To pull this up, give me a sec, Christ. Stop screen there. Tara, I didn't understand what she was getting at. She was saying something about the WhatsApp, but I looked at my WhatsApp. There was no communication from anybody, so I don't know what she's talking about. She tried to call, but it would just ring and no answering machine. And I honestly have no idea what that's about. On my app, there's no, unless my app needs to be updated, there's no indication that anybody tried to contact me on WhatsApp. So I'm not sure what she's getting at. I think it could be I need to update the app. I don't know. But yeah, I looked and no new calls, no missed calls, no text. There's nothing. So I don't know what that's about. But the point is, DUM is on his way home. And the question is, do I go see DUM before I go back to work? The Sebring can probably make it. But do I want to? Is it worth it? Because every time there's always that, it sounds like a good idea. It sounds like a good idea in theory, but there was always that hesitance. And the last time we talked about this back in March, I think it was March or early April, he started having a fucking panic attack again. Yeah, it was late March. He started having a panic attack. And I'm like, is this worth it? This might be my last chance because the lady who's hiring me, she's on vacation this week. So she said, listen, come back on Monday with all the paperwork. I'll get you in the system like Tuesday, Wednesday. You can start the end of next week. So it's fine. So I know I'm off this week. I had shit to do around the house. I clean that fucking bathroom. But I'm like, do I go to DUM or not to go? Well, Freudian slip. To come to Waynesboro or not to go to Waynesboro? To DUM or not to DUM? It all starts with a maybe. I thought that was a clever title. I don't do a material for you people. This is like the amateur hour here. So yeah, I'll be right back. Was that more than a minute? I went. I was surprised it was done. It was starting to overboil, and it actually spilled out. You know how it happens sometimes. Oh well, I'll clean it up. But the water spilled out. But I strained it, and my strainer is much smaller than I realized. That was 2 pounds. Yeah. Anyway, then I put it back in, strain the water out, put all that stuff, the pasta, the veggies, back into the pot, and I added like stick and a half of butter, stick and 3/4 of butter. What I might do, I might not add any seasonings or even olive oil. Maybe I'll just tell my brother if you want olive oil, just add it yourself, which make it like a buttery pasta veggie thing. So okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, because I was so out of it today. I was saying in my last stream, I was so out of it today. Potential food poisoning, or pills, or being too drunk, whatever, or the weather, or whatever. If anyone tried to call me, my phone was down here. If someone tried to call me, I wouldn't have heard it ringing. It was on. I just it wasn't in my room with me, and so I was out of it. Today was a lost. The whole day was lost. I'm trying to catch up and make up for lost time now. So I shared this a minute ago. In fact, I think I still have the boxes. In fact, hold on, wait, right here. Jeez. I should do this on my phone. I can walk back and forth. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have this in Arizona, but I did 2 boxes of this. This is a pound. I did 2 pounds, 2 boxes of. It's called Rotini, number 75, Rotini. This one's made by Ronzoni. There's a store brand. There might be other manufacturers. So Ronzoni is the brand, and this style, this flavor is called Rotini. It's like a spirally thing. So there's a couple of those, and then I added 2 bags. This is about 14 ounces of classic mixed vegetables. Classic, some peas, carrots, classic mixed vegetables by Hanover. So yes, rotini and mixed vegetables. Okay. Oh, and I added some butter. I was gonna add olive oil. I do it sometimes. Here's some extra virgin olive oil. I was gonna do that, but then it was like La Fede. I don't know who this is. This Spanish? I don't know what this is, but I grabbed this on sale, so I grabbed this. They just add it separately. Add it to your own bowl because the butter was tasting pretty good. I took a spoon. It's a very common brand here, but yeah, it's one of the big players. Ronzoni, one of the big players. No meat because I don't feel like repeating myself. I think I got food poisoning. I made these pork roll sandwiches. I think it was the bread because I baked the pork for quite a while. It was the bread. I felt like shit. I made them last night. I felt like shit. I gave a couple. I made 4. I had 1.5, so I've got half of mine. I gave my brother 2. He had 1. I didn't see him today. I couldn't get out of bed. He went to bed early. So I wonder if we got some food poisoning. So we need some. I did this in response. I need something light because after that, I'm feeling better now. I was really fucked up for the past like 24 hours. I was really out of it. But yeah. I don't know what happened. I couldn't get out of bed. I felt like shit. It was like at some point I didn't throw up, but I felt like the GERD and what's it called? When the bile and shit comes up, it tastes like vomit at the bottom of my throat. I'm like, last night when I was trying to sleep. So I don't know what happened. Some kind of food poisoning, undercooked pork, or was it the bread? The rolls were really, really stale. Actually, add a little water to them. I put them in the oven too to crisp them, but I don't know what I did. But I felt like shit yesterday. Yes. Yes. Were you here? I can share. I shared a screen. Let me do that. Let me see if I can do that again. Or is it? I got a message from someone on Discord, someone who we're friends, but we rarely talk. Last time she spoke to me was like early March. So now, like almost 2 months later, she says, "Well, OC, you'll be happy to know that our man James is flying back to the old US of A right now." And she has this sobbing, crying face, and she says she loves him beyond measure, but she's going to share him with me for now. Hope I appreciate the kind gesture. And I guess it's supposed to say thank me, comma, you fuck. I thought it said thank me by fucking me or thank me with a fuck, which I thought was fair. But okay, so I didn't quite understand the last. We were getting with the last one here. But okay. Yeah, so yeah. No, because my brother didn't drink last night. I don't think he drank last night, and he was fucked up when he came home. So then there's some kind of food poisoning. I think I fucked some. I think it was the bread. I think that bread was bad, and it just was, you wouldn't think bread, but it was just he's even fucked up too. So I'll ask him when he gets up. And then so I'll repeat one more time. I want something light, so I got 2 boxes. This is called rotini, the spiral pasta made by the Ronzoni brand. 2 boxes of this, and 2 boxes a pound a piece. So 2 pounds, 2 boxes, and about 14 ounces or 28 ounces of mixed veggies. And I mixed them all together, and now they're just sort of like, I put butter. I was gonna put olive oil, but I might skip the olive oil, just have like a butter meal. And if you want to add olive oil, you can add it to my own dish or whatever. Yeah, I called the stream. I had to restart the stream because something was wrong with the microphone or something. But I called this to dumb or not to dumb. It all starts with a maybe. And I was saying, I got to go back to work next week sometime. I'm going to give the bitch the paperwork next Monday. She's on vacation this week. She said, all right, come back next Monday, and I'll put you in the system, and we'll probably, if all goes well, the direct deposit, all that, you'll start later that week. So that's great. So I'm going back to work about a week from now. So I do have the time. I got a Sebring, a newish, well, it's old, but it's new to me, in decent shape. I could make the journey, but it's like, I don't know. Should I come out to Waynesboro? What's in Waynesboro? I'm on the fence, but we'll think about this. I admire that. My kind of guy. We have a similar taste in food. I'd love to eat 12 ice creams. You're still in your 30s. I know it sounds corny, but in the next 10 years, it will catch up with you. You won't be able to eat the way you used to. You still want to. The desire is still there, but it doesn't work right. Well, I talked to my brother. He should be off on Friday. Do you want to go Thursday to Friday, Friday to Saturday? I don't even want to go. Because every time, Donna, it's like, it sounds like a good idea in theory, but every fucking time, there's always something that makes me think, raise an eyebrow. And he had a panic attack last time this came up, so I don't know. But this would be the only time to do it. Once I go back to work, I'm not going to have time to drive out and look at people. I'm going to be working every day because I'm going to get money. But I'm trying to get over my hang-ups and shit. Well, when are you coming to Waynesboro? What's the plan now? We need to know the new plan. I asked you a question. When are you coming to Waynesboro? Are you coming to Waynesboro? Is Dumb even coming home? He's going to sell the house for cash, whatever it is, and just go on the next flight to Sydney. We don't know. I was hoping to see him in his native environment. That's another thing. You never know with him. Can't trust him. He had the panic attack because he was overwhelmed with his job. He had quit his job. This was after he quit his job before he came to see you. There was that period. He quit the job and he went to see you. There was like a 5-day period in between. This was during that period where he was done working. The job was over. The upcoming trip to Australia and the renovate. When are you going to Waynesboro? Waynesboro? When? Do they use that word in Australia? Doesn't answer my question. I said, when are you coming to Waynesboro? I've had enough talking about him and his panic attack. He's nothing but a never-ending panic attack. I mean, we can talk about his panic attacks for the rest of the stream, and I'd rather not do that. So go. Okay, so I will call out from work that night. We'll drive out for that. Absolutely. I'll definitely go to Waynesboro for that. Do I go out there just to see Dumb in his native environment? I haven't taken that car for like a joyride yet. That could be my joyride. 3.5 hours there and back. And are you bringing your children's? You must be bringing the kids, right? You want to meet, the Donda kids. Oh, does Dumb still drink? Or only drink if you're there? He's not going to drink with me. He's like, oh, I can't drink. And what is he? I know he must be jet lagged, but I mean, really, he doesn't have a job to go to. So what's he doing right now? Is he asleep? Is he just wandering around? What is he doing now? Cool. I know. That's what I'm getting at. I agree with you, Totem. I think he's trying to be nice, but deep down, I wish he'd just be honest. Say, listen, click. I'm not really that crazy about it. It's okay. Instead, he plays this game, this hard to get, lead you on game. He toys with emotions. I agree, Totem. Now, he drinks on holidays makes it sound to an American that he drinks on Christmas or New Year's or Thanksgiving. You mean he drinks when he's on vacation? But when I come to see him, he won't be on vacation. Mm-hmm. And when that stuff is, it's got to sit a bit. I got to mix it. Maybe I'll show you what I made. I'll try it with and without olive oil because I'm kind of hungry now. I want something light. Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds great. But I agree with Totem. I think Totem's right. I agree with Totem. Totem's not trolling. Totem's being very honest. I agree. I get that same vibe. I agree, Totem. Which is fine. I just wish you'd be honest instead of like playing the, oh, no, I like, don't be nice for the sake of being nice. I'm a Spurg. I like honesty. Yeah. So he thinks my vibe is wrong. I give off bad vibes. And he should say so. I shouldn't have to hear it from you. I shouldn't have to hear it from the woman. She should tell me man to man. Your vibe is wrong, OC. Yes, you should. You absolutely should. Especially since you're lactose intolerant. I think that's funny. Eat another 12, see what happens. Hmm. I'm tired again, but that's good. It's like a normal tired. I just felt like shit today. My God. Man, I'm getting tired. I want something to eat though. No one has to join me. I might not take calls, but I'll put a link out in case someone wants to come on while I go mix up my slop and eat me. So I'll bring it back. I'll bring in a bowl and I'll show you. I might not have the butter melted yet, but that's what I think. Because my brother, I didn't see my brother. I couldn't get out of bed, but he came home and I could tell he went to bed much earlier. He retired because by the time I got up, he was in bed. I'm like, "You're in bed," and he didn't turn the one light. But there's one light by the sink we leave on. He didn't turn it on, so I know he must have been out of it too. So I made 4 sandwiches, 2 for me, 2 for him. He ate one. I ate 1.5. I think I must. Yeah, something. Yeah, she's not here anymore. I think she's afraid some stalker's gonna find her or some shit. I don't know the whole story, so she doesn't come around too much. I was gonna show it for you, Totem, because you saw me. You were here when I started. You're the one who's been here since the beginning, and you saw me. You saw the boxes. You saw the shit, and you saw me. So I thought I'd share with you. I was gonna share with you. I did not. I was not privy to that. No, I wasn't invited to the Easter egg hunt. No, didn't get to see it. No. Bepis is like dumb. She pretends to be my friend, but deep down, she hates me too. I know it. I understand. I'm a Spurg. I'm used to this. Thank God for you, Totem. If you said you hated me, I think I'd fall to pieces. Thank God for you, Totem. I'm very fragile. Like the said Easter egg, I'm going to crack apart if you turned on me. But as long as I got my Totem, everything's fine. I hope not, because if Totem hated me, I'd totally fall apart. I don't know. I've never seen. Oh, did she upload new? I haven't watched her stuff. Is she uploading new videos? I can go check it out. I forget what her channel is. I'm not sure if I'm subscribed to her or not. If I find it, I'll look up her channel. I haven't seen any Beppis videos since that Christmas video she did. Remember, she did a video. It was Christmas time, Christmas Eve. All right, that was the last time I saw anything by Beppis. No, she's afraid because some guy came around here, and the guy himself wasn't a problem, but he knew who Beppis was because Beppis had a stalker. So this guy was like, "Oh, you have a stalker." It might have been Denmark Andy, actually. Not Denmark Andy, Denmark guy, torso guy. And Beppis got spooked that her stalker is going to find her or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, let's all worship Beppis for 20 minutes. Sounds good. Let's all talk about how great Beppis is. Okay, wow. My God, you people. If anybody has a picture of her, send it to me in Discord. I'm curious what she looks like because apparently the guy became obsessed with her because she was so ravishing. I'm like, well, she won't show her face. So yeah, send me a picture of Beppis or who you think Beppis is. I'll take a look. I'll tell you what I think. No, he lives in Germany. Germany. That much I know. German. And you know that I'm not giving anything away. In the that video we were talking about, that Christmas video, he wrote in the comments, "Hey babe, why don't you come visit me in Germany?" So no, the stalker lives in Germany. And I'm not making it. You can see it in the comments. I think she even said she deleted my comments because she's afraid that he might find my channel and blah blah blah. So I think Beppis is bye bye. You know, I was thinking maybe I should take a drive into Manhattan. OC takes me. It's not that far. I would do that on a Sunday because that's the easiest day to drive there. I might drive into Manhattan, New York City with the car, see if it handles. I had to check the oil in the train. I haven't really driven it too much. I got to check, But do I go buy that Acura? I'm on the fence. But I can do a video of me going to Manhattan. And I got to start telling my stories because I'm going back to a fucking grocery store, which is probably stupid because every grocery store I work at ends up very poorly. But I want to tell you my stories about all the things that happened to me at all these grocery stores. The guy who strangled me, the nigger bitch who tried to run me over, all the bullshit they put me through. I got to share my stories. Well, I don't know if I would stream it. I might just do a video because driving streams don't seem to work out very well. They don't seem to work out too well. I tried streaming around the Delaware River, and it was just like at parts it would go. You can go back and watch it. It would get like fuzzy, and so I don't know if a stream would work. If I just record a video of me driving, talking, and then I'll upload it. I don't know. Maybe I could try to stream, but I don't know. The streams, the driving motion streams don't seem to work too well. Then we take Berlin. Yes. I'll go meet Beppis' boyfriend in Berlin. Sounds good. Sorry to hear that, but he's not here. If he is, I don't see him, so you're not missing anything. I don't see Doggo here. The mailbox, we call it. Letterbox to us is like a screen, like the box, the TV before it went analog, before it went to digital, rather. Yes, we got it fixed, and now the guy. Did I tell this story last time? I got a thing in the mail from the insurance agency. Apparently, they themselves decided to go through insurance. Like the guy, he's some Indian, and like the woman, I guess it's his wife, or I don't know. It's a woman with a different last name, and I called the insurance company, and they said, that reminds me, I should check my email. Insurance company said, oh, they themselves contacted. I said, okay, well, I said the incident happened March 23rd. The guy said he didn't want to go through insurance. He would pay me out of pocket. Okay. And then I said, I didn't get this letter until like April 19th because my mail was stopped. So when did they do this, make this claim? And they said, oh, like April 7th. I'm like, geez. So March 23rd, he wants to pay himself. April 7th, he decides to call, or the wife decides to call. They had my information. They could have texted me and said, change of plans, let's go through insurance. But they didn't. So now I got to go through insurance. I wrote a letter. I said, listen, it was a well-written letter. I can read it for you. Maybe I should read the letter. I basically said, here are the receipts from the hardware store. Here are the receipts from the invoice from having it freshly installed. But also, what about the hardship of having to go without mail for nearly a month? I can read the letter in a minute. First, let me get a bowl of schlop. Mix it up and see how the bowl came out. Yeah, the pot it's in is pretty full, so I couldn't mix it too well. So I don't know if it's gonna be buttery enough. I add a little bit of salt, and I got the olive oil right here. If I want to put the olive oil on again, this is rotini, and mixed veg. We'll see how it came out. Yeah, I don't think I stirred it well enough to get butter all over everything. But all right. Actually, not too bad. Could use a little more butter. Mm, mm, not bad. Probably, yeah, it needs to mix a little more. You can taste the butter, but it's not buttery enough. Mm. Close up of the food. It's just that pasta with mixed vegetables. You know what? I think I will add some olive oil. Why not? Let me add some of this olive oil. Just a little bit. Just a little. Just a little taste. Because the butter, it's okay, but it's not buttery enough. Some just tastes kind of bland. But it's cooked properly. Nothing's too hard or too soft or too mushy. It's cooked just right. Mm. Not bad. This olive oil is not that great. It doesn't have that sweet taste. It's more of that bitter taste. Mm. Might always heat it up, add more butter, but you really want me to eat this? Add a little salt, maybe some pepper. Maybe I wouldn't put that in the main pot. I would just add that individually, like if I want a little, pepper or a little garlic pepper or onion pepper. Oh, congratulations! Yeah, it's not bad. Use more butter. I would next time forget the olive oil. I just put a little extra butter in. I guess. I mean, I can turn the sound off here. One downside: there are lima beans in this, which they're not terrible. I can eat them. Look, everything looks great. The little carrot cubes, um, the corn, green bean or string bean. Everything looks great. The peas, it's just lima beans. I'll eat them, but it's like kind of a weird thing, See here. I mean, I don't mind them. It's just kind of an odd thing to have. As you should. This is like a 5-star meal here. Yes. No ice cream though. I don't have any ice cream. Damn. Not enough. The answer is not enough. There's like a giant pot of this shit. I made 2 pounds. This is plenty. I mean, I'm eating one little bowl. I'm full for now. I might tell them just put some butter in like a little saucepan thing, heat it up, and just dump your own butter in. Probably use a little more butter. I'd skip the olive oil. But yeah, there's a ton left. There's a ton. Well, I'm winding down. I made some food here and talked about, I don't know, maybe seeing DUM, but I agree with Totem. I have I trust DUM. Hi Donna. There's really, yeah, I get the vibe. He was, yeah, it must be food poisoning. I think he got it too. I think. Anyway, yes, he does. Yep. I need some food and me something lighter. So sometime next week, end of next week. I answered this, but sometime the end of next week. Which is why, if I do want to go out to fucking Waynesboro, the time would be now, the end of this week. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't trust DUM. I don't think he likes me that much, so it might not be worth it. Hate to drive out there for nothing, for naught. You do keep it real. You do. That you do. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Can't think of much else to say. Not much else to do. Let me throw this out. Throw this out. Get rid of this. I'll be right back. If you want to stick around, you can, but I'll probably get off soon because I really can't think of anything to do right now. I mean, I stuff to do around the house. I can't think of anything to talk about right now. I just wanted to come on briefly and talk about all that. So, you know. Has some iced tea too. I'm gonna drink too much. I'll have this beer. I hate to waste it, but all right. So I think I'll say goodbye unless anyone else has anything they want to ask or do or say. We can just wind this down because I can't really think of much else. I'm glad I came on. Let's come on briefly. Bit of a disjointed stream, but oh well. Just filling the void while I made that crap. Good night to you too, Sloth. I'll see you some other time. Oh, right, the letter. Hold on a minute. I forgot about it. I wrote a letter. I'm just going to do much. All right, I will read that letter. I sent the receipts from the hardware store, all the shit I bought. Sent the receipts, the invoice from the guy who put it in. Yeah, where's the letter? Hold on. Response letter. Well, I included the claim number at the top, and my address, and my phone number, my email, and I put the date, the 21st. This is 2 days ago. To whom it may concern, on March 23rd, 2025, driver, name redacted, crashed into and destroyed my roadside mailbox and post. Initially, he told me he would pay for it out of pocket, and we exchanged phone numbers. Evidently, Mr. So-and-so is covered under your insurance plan belonging to, name redacted, your insured. So, the guy who hit the mailbox, the policy's not in his name. I'm guessing this is a wife. They have different last names, so I don't know what's going on. So I wrote, okay, I've since learned that on April 7th, this happened on March 23rd. I've since learned that on April 7th, 2025, the insured decided to contact you and report the accident. Mr. Driver and Mrs. Insured did not inform me that they were contacting your agency, even though they had my phone number. I did not learn that they had decided to go through insurance until I received a letter from you in the mail on April 19th, 2025, nearly a month after the accident. I bought my own supplies, including a new mailbox, post, mounting board, etc., and hired a professional to install it, as it needs to be up to code, otherwise the U.S. Postal Service will not deliver mail. I am including receipts for both the materials as well as the invoice installation of the mailbox by professional service. Please note, I was without mail for nearly a month. The mail had to be stopped as it was non-deliverable to my mailbox that your client destroyed. In late March and early April 2025, a series of frosts and rains prevented installation. Moreover, I didn't know that your insured had contacted you. I was led to believe I was dealing with the insured party alone and no insurance company was involved. I am requesting compensation for the materials, installation, and hardship of going without mail for nearly a month. Neither the driver nor your insured informed me of the claim in the first place, so I had no way of knowing it was being handled by you instead of out of pocket. Sincerely, Occupational Click. How was that? Poetic enough or kind of, I read the damn letter. Are you paying attention? And then I included that in the PDF along with the receipts from the hardware store and the receipt, the invoice, Yeah, what's my name again? Preston Maynard something the third. You told me what my name was. Maynard. There's a Maynard. There was a Preston. There was a. What's my name again? Preston Maynard something the third. Refresh me what my name is. I forgot to sign it. Actually, I'll call myself Mr. Moore or Mrs. Moore. Normand, that's right, Normand. Oh yeah, Normand. How could I forget? How could I forget Normand? I don't know where that came from, but I'll go with it. Preston was from that pub in England. I was wearing the shirt. Maynard, I think we just thought was funny. Yeah. ODD. Oh yeah, the shrink says I have ODD. Yeah, I should sign it that. ODD Spurg, yours truly, fondly, fondly Spurg, Norman the Spurg. Okay, so I read you my letter. I showed you the meal I made. We talked about should I go see DUM, and Totem agreed that's a waste of time. The guy hates you. I said, okay, at least we talked it out. Uh, uh, you clearly don't watch my videos. I think he's trying anything to say you're not a Spurg. Because I told him, I said, look, there's a lot of overlap. They say Spurgs don't always have ODD, and ODD people aren't necessarily Spurgs, but there's a higher percentage of ODD among Spurgs than among the normal population. So maybe I'm ODD in response to being a Spurg. This is all one of those videos. You clearly don't watch my shit. I'm getting disappointed. I'm not answering questions again. Have DUM watch and report to you. I want a full book report on, In fact, I haven't uploaded anything since. The last 3 videos were the what I called the Shrink Trilogy, so I shouldn't have to explain this. Now I'm getting pissed. You're right, Totem. What a waste. These people are a waste. Busy my ass. I uploaded those, I think, before DUM even came to Australia. So what the fuck are you talking about? Busy. No, I'm disappointed. You should be right now watching them, not talking to me. No, don't even bother. Don't even bother. It's too late. I don't. It's the damage is done. I'm embarrassed for you. I'm embarrassed for DUM. I'm embarrassed for everybody. It's. It's sleepy. Yeah, you could have listened in the background. I'm like extra disappointed. We're getting ready. You could play click while you're getting ready. Or you're saying you couldn't keep your clothes clean because hearing my voice made you, So okay, maybe I understand now. Now I get it. I'll tell you in person when I meet you when you come to Pennsylvania. How's that sound? What is your plan? Dumb's going to drive you to Manhattan. It'll take about 4 hours from there, just so you know. It's very expensive to stay in or around Manhattan, so I hope you plan on driving back that night. Because Donda, it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died and I can't hide. No, I just can't fake it. No, it's too late, Donda. Well, you know, he's actually closer to DC. He's only an hour and a half from Baltimore. Baltimore is a total shithole. You can see the harbor there, but you should probably go to DC. That's not too far a journey from where he is. I would say go see our nation's capital because DC isn't too far. In fact, how far is it? Probably a couple hours. Let me take a look here. Yeah, he's only about according to this map, hour and a half. That's a very easy drive. You can go spend a day in Washington D.C. and come back. I would say CDC. New York City is like 4 hours at least from DUM. Philadelphia is even like 3.5 hours. So yeah, those are kind of you're going for a trip. And the drive isn't so bad, but then you get there, you have to drive back. So if it's 3.5 hours to Philly, remember it's going to be another 3.5 hours back. So it's 7 hours in the day going to and from Philadelphia. And if you want to stay in a hotel there, it's very, very expensive. New York's even farther from where DUM is. But Washington, D.C. is an easy day trip. Baltimore is not worth seeing. That harbor and all that shit, man, it's not worth it. Baltimore's a shithole. But I'd go to D.C. for sure. Yeah, but did you guys stay in Sydney? I thought he stayed at your house, like an hour south of Sydney. Like me, I live about an hour from New York City. I wouldn't stay there. I wouldn't have to. But if you plan on driving 4 hours there, 4 hours, that's 8 hours of the day. So how much time do you plan to spend in New York City? Is my question. You got to factor that in. Because Baltimore is a dump. There's a little harbor area with the aquarium that's nice-ish, but not worth seeing. Baltimore is just a dump of a city. No offense to what's his name, Rafterman Valley Central. Baltimore's a shithole, 1,000%. DC has some interesting things to see, and that's only an hour and a half from Waynesboro. Song request time is over. Okay. All right. All right. We made it a full hour. We're at 56. Yeah, 'cause we had that other half of this stream that I had to end. But yeah, we'll call it together an hour and change. We did okay. It wasn't meant to be much of anything. Something just said, stream. And I stremmed. I did my little strem. And it was what it was. And it is what it is. Unless someone wants to come on, I'm not going to beg for call-ins. Anyone want to show their face or no? Going once. It'll be like 40 plus hours a week. So if you want to call that full time, call it full time. Of course, that won't give me benefits. It'll be a part time job with full time hours. But yeah, it'll probably be like 40, 48 hours, 5 or 6 nights a week. Yeah. Probably get a second job. You know what I mean? What's Beppis' channel? I don't even know what her channel is. Am I subscribed to Beppis? I don't remember. I don't feel like looking now. I'll look tomorrow. So the last thing I saw by Beppis is that Christmas Eve video. That was interesting, but that's all I remember. That was what, 4 or 5 months ago. So I'll watch the Easter egg later. And what they'll do is they'll give you 40 to 40. Well, Sundays don't count in grocery store, Union grocery store. So Sunday doesn't count. Saturday night and Sunday doesn't count. So those hours aside, they'll give you 40 hours. You'll have one day off. Because remember, Saturday night and Sunday doesn't count. So excluding that, 40 hours, and then every so often, every X amount of weeks, they'll cut you down to 39. They'll have you leave like an hour early one shift because if they give you 40 hours for like, is it 6 weeks or 8 weeks, then they got to give you full time. That doesn't count in the summer. There's a blackout period. So yes, it'll be full time hours, but part time. I'll be considered a part time. I'm just waiting for the hour mark because I really have much to discuss right now at this time. If I did, I'd say something, which has been kind of a weird kind of day. This past point, I think it was food poisoning. I'll see my brother's doing when he gets up later. I might go back to sleep. I might try to doze a bit because maybe there's the fear and anxiety from going back to work, all the unfinished. That might all play into it. But no, I think I got some food poisoning. I think my brother was affected. No, I'd be stocking shelves overnight. He cooks up food. He fries up burgers and chickens, and he's basically a cook, a chef. The prepared foods. If people go to the grocery store and they want to like buy a meal that's already made, he makes that. I'd be overnight unloading trucks, stocking, that sort of shit. But I'm thinking, this is like my fifth or sixth grocery store. And it always ends so badly. I'm just sharing my stories for reels. Yeah, because,